What it do, YouTube fam? Your boy is back on the grind one more time, fresh back from my wedding day, you guys. And man, it was a phenomenal time, you guys. I mean, I can't even explain it, man. Everything was perfect. And I mean, everything from the venue to the food to the people. The people, man, it was like the perfect mix of just everybody, just all having fun, you guys. I mean, it was phenomenal. My now wife, my bride, was lovely. She looked amazing, absolutely amazing, beautiful, man. And I'll go ahead and try to insert some pictures here so you guys can see. It was phenomenal. Thank you to everybody who wished me well and gave me wishes and love and support and everything. I really appreciate that, you guys. And man, it was great. But now it is grind time. And man, I got some news for you guys. So you guys stay tuned all the way through the video. Watch all the videos so you'll get to see what I'm about to tell you guys here in a moment. Man, I am like blown away about what is about to happen for me here this weekend. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to talk a little bit about the car because I've been able to get a couple things done and ran into some problems, but ended up resolving it. So let me flip this camera around, show you guys what's up. If you're new to the channel, definitely think about subscribing, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff, y'all. I'm restoring this 71 Chevelle from the ground up. It's coming along. I'm getting there, you guys. We are closer. I had a deadline of Memorial Day to try to get this car, somewhat done and take it to a show. Really, I just want to drive the dang thing. That's why I'm taking it to the show. But I don't know if that's going to happen, but we will see with the upcoming thing that I have going on. It's going to take away time for me to get the car done to try to get it to the show because I'm going to lose, a few days of not being able to work on it. Then we also lost an employee, which is fine. We're good with it, but we have to pick up the slack. I'm really going to have to come up with a schedule or something to try to get this car done. But anyways, let me flip this camera around and show you guys what I've been doing, and then we'll go from there. All right, y'all, so here we go. I don't want to make this video too long and drawn out. It's been a long day for me. It's already past 9 o'clock. I had to stay at the gym a little longer to clean up and do some things, but I wanted to show you guys kind of what I've been doing to the car this past, week and a half or so in between my wedding and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, you guys, I have cleaned up some wiring, which is right here. I put loom on all that wire that I ran earlier and did all that heat shrinking and soldering and all that. And so what I did too is I got these deals right here, if you guys can see. Those are magnets, and I was wondering how I was going to mount all these wires, and I didn't want to zip tie them to like, holes here or cut holes here or anything like that, just because I wanted a little bit cleaner look. See if I have my flashlight and I can show you. So those are magnets there that actually have a little channel where wires can sit through, and then you loop and put the zip tie through them, and it holds them there and it keeps them out of sight. And the magnet's actually covered with like a rubberized coating, so that way it does not scratch your car or anything like that. And man, Those are super, super dope and convenient. I just ran like 3 or 4 along here and they work perfect. I saw them on another video, and then also too, one of my wiring videos, a guy had commented on I should get these, and I had already just ordered them. Actually, when he commented, I had just ordered them probably a few hours prior. So, you know, great minds, man. But anyways, those are great, you guys. I got like 15 of them or 20 of them for like just under 30 bucks shipped. They're kind of spendy, but man, I am glad I ordered those. I actually originally ordered them for these wires in here so I can just put them on the floor so they don't move, and then just zip tie them and then they'll be good to go. They ended up coming in handy under here, so I'm glad I got those. So anyways, still got to clean up some wiring, but I shouldn't have to rewire anything, so we should be good there. Also too, I put in my new intake. So this is my new intake right here. It's really low profile, single plane intake, so it should run a little bit more efficient, hopefully. I might sacrifice a little bit on gas mileage, but with this car, I'm not really worried about the gas mileage. And I put my truck injectors in, and I got my new fuel rail in as well. Now, I was gonna send my other one back, but I think I might keep it, and I'll show you guys why here in a moment. But these are the fuel rails that I got, Holley part number 534219. And the reason why I got these is because you see how level and flat that port is, where my other fuel rail is set at an angle. And I don't know if I talked about it in my last video, but in my last video, if I didn't mention it, it made the injectors sit at an angle, and I really didn't like that because on the truck style injectors, the ports are actually angled out, and so those fuel rails have provisions for that. Well, this one doesn't. As you can see, they just sit straight up and down. So I needed this style fuel rail to run this here, so it allows the injectors to sit up and down. So I got that, still got to install that, so that should be good to go. Then I just got to clean up my throttle body because I'm going still throttle body style. I'll still be able to use this throttle body, except the provisions for the fuel injection portion of it won't be used or utilized. Only just the throttle body portion, like the IAC, the map sensor, and all that kind of stuff will be utilized, and I could tap into that with my new harness that I got, and it'll still act like a throttle body, just not using the injectors that are on the throttle body. So I'm pretty much just deleting that portion, and then now I'm gonna have true multi-port fuel injection. So I could order like a universal style throttle body that Holley has that doesn't have the injectors in it. It just has the sensors only, but that thing is like 400 bucks, and the tech said I could just use mine and it should work just the same. So, and another cool feature that I got is this deal right here. As you guys can see, there's a hole that passes through the firewall inside of the car. Well, I wanted something really clean where I could run my harness, because I'm putting my harness in my computer right here on top of the glove box right there, and then my harness and everything, the wiring will hide and sit behind here, and then run the wiring along the floor here that goes back to the battery for like the fuel pump and all that kind of stuff that needs to see 12 volts from the battery. But the harness has to come out through here and hook up to all my injectors and my map sensor, the IAC, and the TPS sensor and all that stuff. So I got this. I saw that on Instagram and it looked really clean. It's called like the Terminator grommet or something or other, I don't know, pass through or whatever, but it comes in billet aluminum and black, and it looks like that right there. That's the back piece, and then the front of it looks like this. It has like a 1 1/4 inch hole, and I think this is a 3/4 hole, and then it just mounts in right here, and you'll be good to go there. So it looks really nice, and I was really digging it, and I like that it had the options of two style grommets there, and then it has one big opening in the back. So, and I wanted it to put somewhere where it was kind of hidden, but you could still kind of see it, but it wouldn't be like a sore thumb, just kind of just sticking out, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really digging this, but that thing was a pain in the butt to put in, you guys. I'm not even lying, man. That thing took me forever. So let's talk about this for a moment, just in case you guys might want to order this. Now, this is from Sharp Performance, Sharp with a E on the end, so SHARPE, and then performance.com. And if you go on their website, you'll see they have a few different things. But I didn't even realize that they have two different styles. And I just ordered just whatever they have on their website because there was only one available, which is the one that I got. So when you go on there, I was actually just looking for some guidance on maybe how to install these. So they have these templates here that you can download and print. So listen closely, you guys, because this gave me fits. So I just figured, I was like, well, maybe I got the Gen 2, I'm not sure. So I just printed the Gen 2 one just because this is what mine looks like. You see how how it's oval here, and this is more kind of square. If you look at my opening, you see kind of how it's oval there, which looks exactly like that. But on the back side of it, it has a lip on the back side that you can't see, and that's for the back piece to kind of sit flush inside of there and not move around, so it has a lip there. Well, the lip has this thickness around it. And so I really didn't think nothing of it. I just figured that this was the shape. They had Gen 1 and Gen 2, but they only sell one on their website, so I just figured it was this one. So what I did is I followed the directions exactly as it says. It says use a 1.5-inch hole saw to cut 2 holes. And then what you do is you cut those holes out, and then it'll leave you with those 2.5-inch holes. But then it'll still have the metal right here, but then all you have to do is just cut along that line to make this an oval shape. So that's what I did. It gives you the dimensions of how it should line up and everything. So I did that, and it actually came out perfect. I was super proud of that, you guys, because it looked really nice, clean, and even though it's going to be covered up, it's still out. You know, drilling in the firewall, I want it to look as clean as possible. That way, if you ever look behind it or you take that off, it's not going to be some, sore thumb. Anyways, I go to put that plate on after I cut this hole out, and it does not fit. I'm trying everything to get that thing to go on, and it doesn't fit. So I re-look at the directions again, and I cut the holes right, 1.5 inches, all good. Well, as I mentioned earlier, since it has this thickness of a lip right here, it ended up making it 1.88 inches thick instead of 1.5. And so, long story short, what I was supposed to use is this one, not this one. And they give you no guidance at all on the website as far as which one is which, Gen 1, Gen 2. My receipt didn't say anything, nothing like that. So partly, I guess, my fault, because they tell you to measure a bunch of times and then cut once, is which I did. I was just following the directions here because this diagram is what mine looks like. But it ended up being a big ordeal, man, and I was out here longer. I had to figure out what I was going to do. And because since I had this opening here, I had no real guidance on kind of like how to make this opening bigger. So luckily, I had ordered an air saw, and that thing worked great. I was able to kind of, make this bigger than what it already was. And it's not a perfect square looking hole like this, but it works. And I was out here a while dealing with that. Then I finally got it to fit. Then it was kind of a pain in the butt to put the nuts behind it and the bolts through, because I already have the dash in, and I had to stick my fingers through there with a wrench to try to make it work. But long story short, it works, you guys. So if you guys are going to order this, again, sharpperformance.com, make sure you use this template unless they update it or something where it looks more like this. Just do your measurements first. Don't do what I did because it took me forever. Now, luckily, I cut the hole smaller than bigger. Otherwise, if it was the other way around, then I would have been kind of screwed. So, but anyways, you guys, I got it to look kind of smooth in the back, and it looks somewhat like that first pick over there. But luckily, it's covered up, and we're good to go. So I took my level, and it's all level and everything. It balances out, looks great. So once that is on, it's gonna look perfect. So anyways, enough of that. As we go to the inside of the car, I was able to finish my fillers. So if you guys can kind of see those, I posted some pictures on my my community post on YouTube, and I also was able to finish the other side. I'll zoom in as well. So they turned out great. Obviously, since that over there was my second side, it turned out a little bit better than here. The only issue with it is over there is just a little bit more narrow. You won't really be able to tell because they both still look the same, but it's just a little bit more narrow over there just because of the seat is a little bit offset. I tried to center it a little bit, but I don't know why. It's kind of over to the side on that driver's side a little bit more, but it's not very noticeable, but it is a little bit if you like really looked at it. So what I'll do is I'll insert a picture here so you guys can kind of see what it looks like straight on, so I don't have to crawl in a car. But man, I think this looks really dope, super clean. And all I'm gonna have to do now is make filler pieces for the bottom. Then I also have to wrap this armrest as well, so that way all the leather flows together and it looks good. So I got a couple ideas just for temporary fixes until I can kind of figure out what I want to do, because I think eventually, unless I can get this thing to look good as is I would like to maybe extend the seat over so I don't have any fillers. But we'll see kind of how it looks, because I'll insert a picture as well, as I'm going to put LED orange lights in that seam. That's why I have that seam, because I had the option to probably just put them together without that seam and then just cover it all over as one piece, so that way it wouldn't have that seam. But I'm going to light that thing up, you guys, and it's going to have a orange LED shining through that thing at night, and it's going to look pretty dope. I think it's going to look pretty dope, at least. And then in my shifter, I'll insert a picture here too. I lit this up as well, and I put plexi there. If you guys can kind of see, I put plexi there, and I frosted it so you can't see through it. So I'm going to put orange LEDs in there. I have a picture with white LEDs, and it looks pretty sharp. And then obviously my door panels will be lighting up orange as well. And then that Malibu sign will also light up, and then obviously my dash, man. So I think we're gonna look pretty dope at night, and it's gonna look really slick. I'm really excited about this, you guys. Other than that, I really don't think I've done a whole lot else. I've just done some small things, like put these clips in. Those actually hold the bows on, because these have like a hanging ceiling or a suspended ceiling. So it has provisions right there to hold a bow. And I took the bow out. I don't have it in right now, but it also holds that wire in that I got brand new, because mine was just shot. So I ordered one, and it actually sits in one of these clips, so that way I can hook up my dome light, which I got a big square dome light, because I think this year actually came with the round dome light like this here. But I ended up getting the square one, which is right here, I believe. This is all the rest of my parts that I have to install. Yeah, so this is the square one style. I don't know if you guys can kind of really see that, but yeah, so I wanted the bigger one just because of the look that I'm trying to go with. And other than that, you guys, I don't know what else there is. Obviously, I got to put on the hood, and I've done some other odds and ends, like on the other side there, we needed more grommets, or little pieces that go inside of the door for the door panel pins. So I got new ones of those, because those were all missing. This side was all good, except it missed one. So I put an extra in here, and then I put all new ones over there. Oh man, what else did I do? Obviously I did my console, carbon fiber. The top of it, it's fake, but it looks dope. And man, we are in the game, you guys. We are in the game. So I can't really think of anything else at this time. Man, it's just really just kind of putting this thing together so we can get this thing on the road. Pretty much the whole exterior is pretty much done. It's just more just kind of interior pieces, putting the main harness on, putting the throttle body on, bleeding the brakes. And I'm going to be probably working on this thing throughout the summer, but I at least want to get it drivable and get it somewhat close to being done by good guys. So anyways, you guys, let me flip this camera around. I'll close out this video. All right, you guys, so that is pretty much it. I'm gonna go inside here. It's 9:30 now, and my girl is texting me right now to get inside the house. So I am going to go ahead and call this video, but the amazing news that I have, you guys, is my wife got me a wedding gift, and we actually decided we weren't gonna do wedding gifts, but we both actually got each other wedding gifts. So anyways, I had mentioned to her probably a couple weeks ago or more that Rick Ross was having a car show, and I had probably mentioned to her a few weeks ago about this event that was going down, and how cool I thought it would be to go. Obviously, really didn't think nothing of it, and I just told her that, hey, that'd be kind of cool to go to. They don't have anything like that where I'm at. So, anyways, long story short, just so I can close out this video, is my girl got me a wedding gift, and she planned all this with a couple buddies of mine that are also going to the Griffin Brothers. She got me a wedding gift to go to the Rick Ross car show at his house, man. And if you guys know anything about this, check out Rick Ross car show on Instagram, and just check out his Instagram. It's called Rich Forever is his Instagram. And man, you'll see everything about the car show. It's supposed to be the car show probably of the year and years to come, man. It's at his house. And if you know anything about Rick Ross, he's a huge car guy, has a huge collection, but supposedly it's supposed to be the real deal. And by the pictures and the videos that I've already seen, if you go to Rick Ross car show, man, you'll see all kinds of cars already flocking, man. There's this one dude in Texas that basically brought, pretty much all of his fleet, or almost all of his fleet, and that's just one guy. And it's like, I don't know, like 20 or 30 cars. Ridiculous, you guys. So anyways, check that out. And man, I'm going to be in the ATL this weekend. So me and the Griffin Brothers, we're going to be holding it down. And I won't have a car. That's okay, man. Just to experience this is going to be phenomenal. So man, I love my girl, man. So anyways, that was really thoughtful for her. And everybody that I tell, like I told a buddy the other day, is like, man, she's the real MVP. So that was pretty dope, man. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. So stay tuned, because I'm going to have that footage from Rick Ross's house. I think he calls it the Promised Land. So it's about to be pretty dope. And I already seen there's a bunch of people out there already. He's supposed to be flying in like celebrity judges. It's going to be wild, you guys. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and call it. You guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff, y'all. My name is Mr. Griffin 23. I'm getting out of here. Deuces. Peace out.